Hi there, we are making a loom to weave plastic bags, recycled plastic bags. This is a great big JCPenney plastic bag, which I've cut into strips, probably about 2 inches wide. This is about as big as my hand, squared. And we're going to make a little piece of woven fabric, which we can then add to with other pieces, or we can use as little coasters or make little purses. And we're going to start off, you cut little 1/2 inch teeth like this on each side, and we're going to do the one side of our loom. You put the first one into each side of it, and you make a knot at the back. A knot at the back, doesn't matter, doesn't have to be that neat. You just make a knot like that. Now I'm going to carry on and add them all in across from each tooth. Just see that the number of teeth on the right is the same as the number of teeth on the left. We have now got the one side of our weave. We are going to start weaving through these vertical pieces of plastic. We're going to fix the one end to the one strut, to the side. There we go, like that. There we are. And we're going to start to weave, going under and over all of them. Under, over, under, over, under, over. As you're weaving, you just see that you push all your weaves right onto the one end to make it nice and tight. Whatever we're going to make out of these, we want to either keep things into what we're going to make with this thing, or we're going to keep things out if it's a mat on the sand, something like that. So we just keep on adding pieces and we carry on weaving. Under, over, but always the opposite to the row ahead of you. Like that. So I've come to the end of the weaving of this section. I've done all the way up to here. It's a little bowed in the middle, but you'll see when you take it off that it's not so bad. It doesn't really matter. We're going to make a knot just to tie it off here, but it doesn't come unglued. There we go. So we just make a knot here, make another knot, just make sure that it's done. So now we're going to be taking it off the loom. And how do you take it off the loom? Let's first get rid of that. So I like to do 2 at a time so you can tie them off. So you go to the back and you cut 2 pieces like that. You take them off this side like this, and you make a knot like that. 1 and another 1, 2. So there we go. And on this side you take them off. This is the anchor, so take it off, and we're going to make a knot here. And then of course remember we also have to make a knot to keep in our anchor, which is that little piece there, just to make sure that everything is not going to get unraveled at some point. Because at some point we are going to make something with this. We're going to make a pouch or make a number of them and make a bag. So we just want to make sure that everything is secured and that our little square is not going to unravel by itself. So another knot there. There we go. So that's the first one that's off. There we go. And I'm going to cut off the extra bits like that and that. So now we're going to take the next 2 like that And we're going to take these two off, like that. And we're going to make a knot here. And carry on with this until we've taken the whole thing off our little loom. So as you can see, I'm busy cutting the last pieces off my little loom. And I'm making little knots, just carrying on making little knots. You can't really go wrong if you do anything that you feel is wrong. You can add another piece of plastic, make more knots. So it doesn't really matter. It's better to have longer pieces to be knots. Here we go. These are my last two pieces, of which I'm going to knot together to make sure that there are no problems in the thing unraveling later on. So we're doing that. There we go. Right. So there we are. And now I'm just going to clean it up. I'm going to cut off all the little bits so that it looks neat. And then we're going to have one panel, which we can add to at some point and make something out of it. So I'm just cutting off all these little bits that are everywhere from our weaving. So we've got far smaller bits of waste. There we go. There. There, 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 there. So now we just see that it all looks really, really super neat. As neat as it can be. So we're going to do this. Now remember, we can make a number of these and we can make all sorts of things out of them. This is just one little rectangle. There we go. So there we are. That's one of our little panels that we can add to or change. So earlier I made this little pocket out of two other panels made on the same loom. Now I have this one. Now I'm wondering if I can make a little bag that'll have two inside pockets. So to do that, I'm going to go on the inside of the bag, which is this side. I turned it inside out. And I'm going to sew, in other words, thread pieces of plastic through, and I'm going to give it a second pocket on the inside. So it's going to be two little pockets on the inside of this little bag. To do that, I'm going to take a skewer. You can take a stick, you can take a toothpick, anything that you can wrap a little bit of plastic around. And I'm just taking little arbitrary bits of plastic I still have from earlier. And I'm going to start sewing or fixing these together. And to make it all really much stronger, I'm going to try and get it through all the three layers. My two earlier layers and this layer. So I'm going to start here. There's the first piece. It's coming through. There. And then I'm going to try and do it through the next one, which it's actually sewn onto already. So I'm going to do this here, like that. There we go. And then I'm going to take my new one, which is this one, and I'm going to stick it through this little hole. Okay, you don't actually always need a skewer either. You can just find little holes and pull through your piece of plastic. And as usual, you make a knot at the end to secure it to the end so that you have no problem with it unraveling. You'll find as you work with this, it gets stronger and stronger the more you add to it. So right now, I've got that. So now I'm going to, as you can see, that's the open end. There's my new piece. I'm going to go all around the closed end like this, and I'm going to sew it all together, and we'll see how that comes. Just so you know, it's not always good to use the pointy end of your stick, because the pointy end will just stick into things. The flat end will actually find little loops to go through, and also it won't make a hole in the plastic that you're trying to thread through. So you can just thread the plastic through like that without it making a hole in the plastic, which is kind of counterintuitive, and because nothing's going to pull through. There we go. So there we are. I'm busy sewing my way through with my little blunt-ended stick. So now I have attached this new piece that we've been working on, this piece. I have attached it to these other two pieces which I made earlier today, like that. So now I'm going to turn this inside out, in other words, so that the right side is outside again. And now we are going to have a little bag that's going to have two inside pockets. It's going to have one inside pocket on the one side and another one on the other side. So you can put two different things in there. Like, for instance, you can put your cell phone in one, you can put your card in another one, or you can put gum on the one side, or in your pocketbook you can put your keys on one side, or if you go to the supermarket you can put some little things that are precious in the one side and something on the other side. What you could then do is take a beaded or otherwise decorated chain, and you could then string it from either side of these. You could then attach it around your neck to hang here, or actually what I think would be a good idea is just to attach it to the outside of your pocketbook or your backpack, so that you can, on one side you can attach it and you've got some special places to keep things that you're looking for, like that. So that's a little bag. Now this was made in one day, in a couple hours, so it's not perfect, but it's an idea of what you can start to make if you make these. A perfectly fabulous thing to make with these would be a mat to sit on outside on the lawn, on the beach. Or if you attach a whole lot of them, you can make your own shopping bag out of shopping bags.